Can you see this is a man that was a premeditated murderer? This is not advocating supporting murderers. He paid dearly for that lifestyle. No question about it. But God didn't leave him. He didn't leave him. He still was a man after God's own heart. He just wasn't a man after God's own heart 24/7, just like you're not. But he loves you. That's my point. He loves you. He doesn't love you like human beings. When you do them wrong, then they kick you to the curb and then prove yourself that I'm worthy of even talking to you. That's not God. God is seeking you to come back, seeking you to be back in relationship with Him. He died for you. Your handout says being out of the will cause David to lose his family, his credibility, his troops. His poor relationship with God caused his soldiers to lose their family. He encouraged himself in the Lord. He used this spiritual device to discern the will of the Lord. He was previously out of the will of God and lost what was most important to him along with his soldiers. But when he returned to God, he recovered all and the spoils. Yeah, let's move on. I don't want to lose time. Now let's go to his son Solomon. How did he approach the will of the Lord? Turn 1 Kings chapter 3. 1 Kings chapter number 3. You're in Samuel, move over to the right. If you're not real familiar with these texts. 1 Kings chapter number 3. Now this is the awesome value of your children being reared in the fear and admonition of the Lord. This is the value of it, and you'll see this. In 1 Kings, chapter number 3, and I'm bringing you, first of all, to verse number 4. Are you there? And if you're there, say amen. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon the altar. You remember in the Older Testament times, they did quite a bit of offerings to the Lord, different types of offerings, thanks offerings and meat offerings and sin offerings and so on and so forth. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask, what shall I give you?" And Solomon said, "Thou hast showed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept from him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day." He's talking about himself now. "And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I don't even know how to go out or come in." You see the humility of this man? He said, I'm just a child. "And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for the multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people?" What a prayer request. Lord, I have these children, and I've done the best that I know how to do. And knowing me, it hasn't been good enough. And they're older now. Some are grown, some are still young. I don't know how to navigate their lives because, quite frankly, I haven't done the best with my own. Give me a wise heart, Lord, so that I may be able to lead your children. You've just given me the spiritual and the stewardship responsibility of them, but they're not mine, they're yours. And I don't want to go left when I should go right. I don't want to go a direction that will not lead them and guide them to all truth. I know your word. Your word says that we're just as dust. So give me an understanding heart. And then you'll have the Lord say this to you as he said to Solomon. Verse 10, and that speech, what? Pleased the Lord. Solomon had asked this thing, and God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither has asked riches for thyself, nor has asked the life of thine enemies, but has asked for thyself this understanding to understand justice. That's what discern judgment means. Look, behold, I have done according to your words. I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. Shout hallelujah. What a response. He didn't ask for money, didn't ask for riches, didn't ask for women, didn't ask for prestige. He asked for wisdom.